Education Center. Ms. Vickers, could you please call the roll?
Mr. Jason Miller,
Present.
Mr. Eric Irvin, Mr. Jim Bashirs,
Present.
Mrs. Jamie Cripps,
Present.
Mr. Danny Parkerson, Mr. Alan Hayes,
Present.
Chairman Sean Tubbs.
Present. Has anyone signed up for a public comment? If not, then the first order of business are the consent items, and they are as follows. Item A, the agenda. Item B, approval of minutes from the May 2nd, 2024 regular monthly meeting. Item D, there is no item C. Item D is to consider and act on the 141 budget amendments. Item E, consider and act on special education contract with Judy Malone, school psychologist. Item F, consider and act on 142 budget amendment, Perkins. Item G, consider and act on special education contract with Keeley Pelfrey as physical therapist assistant. Item H, consider and act on DeKalb County Schools being awarded 5 pre-K classrooms. Item I, consider and act on athletic trainer service agreement. Item J, consider and act on the 2025 consolidated federal grant. Item K is to consider and act on DCHS basketball cheerleaders to attend cheer camp at Tennessee Tech on June the 4th through the 17th. Executive action has already been taken on that item. Everyone's had their board packets and had plenty of time to review these items. Are there any of these items that anyone wishes to have further discussion or to have removed from the consent items? If not, do I have a motion that we approve the consent items?
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion made by Ms. Cripps. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Bashirs. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Item number 2 is to consider and act on school board policies, and there are multiple policies there.
And this is first reading.
These are on first reading. Do I have a motion that we approve?
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I have a motion by Mr. Hayes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bashirs. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Item number 3 is to consider and act on the school nutrition program.
That's our CEP program. We're in the second year of a 4-year cycle, and we're looking to do an additional 4 years.
Do I have a motion that we approve?
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion by Ms. Cripps. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bashirs. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Item number 4 is to consider and act on DCHS building trades, multipurpose building floor plan.
Mr. Leach presented the plan to you in the workshop, and this will be funded with the Innovative School Grant.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion made by Mr. Hayes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Miller. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Item number 5 is to consider and act on granting tenure.
The list is provided for you. It's Crystal Barnes, Rachel Hernandez, Stephanie Turner, Claire Lloyd, Amber Howell, John Pryor, and Stephanie Fuson. These teachers have demonstrated 5 years of evaluations, their effectiveness level above or significantly above expectations for tenure.
Do I have a motion that we grant tenure to these individuals?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Miller. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bashirs. Any further discussion?
Just say congratulations to each teacher.
Absolutely.
That motion carries. And item number 6 is to consider and act on a differentiated pay plan.
So the state requires us to submit a differentiated pay plan each year. We're going to use teachers that have level of effectiveness 4 or 5s to be on a committee to select science book adoption. Also, we recognize that we as a county do compensate for advanced degrees.
Do we have a motion that we approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Miller to have a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hayes. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Item number 7 is to consider an act on DCHS CTE surplus equipment.
You have the list presented before you.
Have a motion that we approve.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ms. Cripps. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hayes. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Item number 8 is the personnel report from the Director of Schools.
You have the rehire list for the upcoming year. This does not include new hires, it's just the rehires from the previous year.
Okay, and number 9, do we have any further business may properly come before the board? Before we do dismiss, I would like to say a couple of things. I think many of you may or may not know, but here recently, and I'm probably going to embarrass him, but our director, Mr. Cripps, was named the Upper Cumberland Regional Superintendent of the Year by the Tennessee Organization of School Superintendents. I know Mr. Bashir's, Mr. Parkinson's not here tonight, and myself, we were part of the vetting process when Mr. Cripps applied for the job. I know over these years, we've watched him grow, and not just himself, but we've grown as a board as well. I can remember us compiling a list of qualities that we wanted when we hired a director. We wanted someone with integrity, someone that was very knowledgeable of the job, someone that's going to be fair, transparent, and someone that's going to put the kids' interests at first and foremost. And I think that's what we've got. He was very deserving of this award, and I'm glad to call him a friend, a colleague, and everyone should be proud to call him our director. And congratulations, Mr. Cripps, on that award.
Well, thank you. And I've said, you know, when Mr. Page come and interviewed me, God blessed me with this position, and I've said I can't walk life without him in it. And that award is not about me. It's about our employees, and it starts from the times my kid is picked up on the school bus till after school programs ended at the end of the day, and it just takes all of us working together. And you know, if one link is weak, it falls apart. And I thank our employees and the board for supporting me and working with me, and you know, it's not about me, and it never will be.
We appreciate the job that you do. Is there anything else? No? I have a motion that we adjourn.
Make a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Miller. To have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Bashirs. Any further discussion? All those